I'm Lee Shellstead. I'm co-founder of True North Ranch Ministries in Muirfield, Minnesota.
And I'm Dan Shellstead, co-founder of True North Ranch Ministries, also Muirfield, Minnesota.
So back in 2006, the kids and I, we homeschool our children, and we wanted to develop a program for them to learn about horses and their horsenalities. So by doing that, we learned through a farm of how horses operate, how they speak to one another, how they build relationships with one another through playing games. By doing this, I saw something really special, something very unique. I saw the gospel, and I shared with our kids, wow, we could actually do this by helping some kids that we knew who had just lost their home, their parents were drug addicts, and we thought this would be a wonderful opportunity for them to get away from their situation and to play these games. And we were so blessed at what happened that day. The children were laughing and enjoying being with the horses, totally forgetting about their situation, and we were able to share the love of Jesus Christ through these games with the horses.
And I wasn't so on to these horses because I've always had a bad experience with horses. So to see Mackenzie and Lee work with the horses and building the relationship with them totally changed my attitude of what the horse analogy is and the time that it takes to build that relationship with that horse before you just get on them. Because I was always taught just throw the saddle on and go for a ride, and I went for plenty of rides.
With the relationships with the horse, most of the time children need to see how their relationships, the ones that they're struggling with, have broken down. By using the horse, they're able to see these relationships in the games. They're able to understand why they're having the problems that they are, or maybe why they're struggling with some of the things that are breaking apart. And if it's a forgiveness issue, which most of the children are that we serve, then how do they deal with that? How do we give them some hope through this relationship that they're having to be around on a daily basis? And this is where the true ministry begins.
Watching the parent and the child come in and even seeing both of them in a broken state, both the child and possibly the parent that are hurting. And after that 90-minute session, watching that child and or parent walk away with a smile on their face and being able to hear the parent say, boy, I haven't seen so-and-so have a smile on his face or her face for several years.
One of the kids that we had served, there's two sisters, and they had just recently lost their dad. And during that time, Dan was working with one child and I was working with the younger one. And the younger one didn't want to get on the horse. All she wanted to do was to brush him. And then I offered and asked her if she wanted to paint on the horse, and she said, okay. Never once smiling through the whole thing, but she talked a lot. And while she was taking the paints and drawing on the horse, she was starting to share the pictures of what was on that, the times that she had had with her dad. And slowly but surely, this horse was covered with both happiness and sadness. And yet she was able to express all of this by painting on him. And watching the horse, he slowly started to drop his head lower and lower. And then eventually, as the little child came closer to him, he swung his head around, which we call the equine hug. And she looked at him and she smiled, and a tear just dripped on her face. It was amazing. Now in the background, the mother was watching all of this. As she was taking a walk in the woods, she was coming back. She saw her daughter do this, and she broke down into tears.
Hi, I'm Denise. My husband Scott and I are a part of the board of directors. We live just south of the Twin Cities, and we're so thrilled to be a part of True North Ranch. We got involved with True North Ranch when I met Lee a number of years ago, and we just clicked right away. Our love for Jesus and our love and passion with horses and children really connected us, and so when she started True North Ranch, after a little bit, she asked Scott and I to be a part of the board. What I love about True North Ranch is that, first of all, horses and Jesus and the hope that Jesus brings through the horses. And the kids can come, and kids who are running out of hope, kids who have lost hope, they find healing through horses that they connect with and there's a real bond with. It's amazing. It's so amazing that God has provided horses, and then He connects just the right kids to come here, and the kids connect with the horses and they learn different things, and it brings hope, healing, and power to the kids. And I just think that's an amazing combination. I have seen kids come out with a little bit of hope at a time, because sometimes when they don't have any hope, it just takes a little spark and then it grows and grows. I've seen and heard families changed. So it's not just about the kid, it's about the whole family and about their circle of family and friends. My hope for the future of True North Ranch is, number one, just to continue to see God do things through the horses and children that He has done, and to see it continue and grow. And I don't really know what that looks like, but I know that God does, and so I'm so excited to see through faith and just trusting God, like, okay, God, what's the next step? And then just to see Him give ideas, and then, oh, okay, what about this? And then we'll see Him unfold what the future holds for True North. How would I encourage a kid to come here is just do it. If you're scared, come anyway, and just watch, sit and observe. You don't have to do anything with horses right away. Just do stuff with crafts, sit around the fire, and pretty soon you'll see, I know you'll see, that this is a place that you'll want to be coming back to.
What I like about True North Ministries is that I'm with the horses, and everything we do is we're learning about God. One of the most favorite things that I did was doing a Bible study through the book of Esther, and making it to how we can do things with the horse. Thank you so much, True North Ranch. You have definitely changed my life. Love you.
We found True North Ranch actually by the radio ad on the Pulse. My husband, we had been searching for something for our oldest daughter, Ashley, to do. Some sort of a therapy type of thing. She's had seizures since she was 3 years old, and so just looking for something positive for her to do, some way to, to have somebody mentor her without going to a therapist, which is what some of her doctors were encouraging us to do. And so my husband had heard an ad on the radio for True North Ranch, and so we gave them a call and set up a time to come out and meet Lee, and ended up with our younger daughter also was able to come and enjoy this time out here too. What we love about True North Ranch. We love any time that we can expose our children to godly, positive influences. That is very important to us. Lee and Dan have done such a great job at teaching them trust, and they've been trust with the horses and trust and confidence in themselves, learning how to use that in school, whenever they come up with situations that may arise, how to positively, approach those challenges. And that's been a huge blessing to our whole family. Our girls love being up here. If they could do this year-round, they would do it year-round.
Our ministry verse is Psalm 45:4. Ride out victoriously for the cause of truth, meekness, and righteousness. We have 4 pillars of our ministry: healing, overcome, peace, and empowerment. Together that acronym is HOPE. We offer healing. We give them things to try and tools to overcome their struggle. We try and offer as much peace through the surroundings that they are, And then we also give them tools that empower them to deal with what they're dealing with. We know that there are many families that are out there that are in need, and you can always be able to suggest about True North Ranch and send those kids our way. We're here to be able to serve the Lord Jesus Christ first and to serve you. Please come and partner with us. We'd love to have you.
Thanks for watching this video. Please continue to keep partnering with us and keep us in your prayers.
We can't do this without you.